I think I started to build a connection to Burlington maybe once I was a teenager. All the things to do were in Burlington. So the bowling alley was here, the movie theater, the mall was here. I remember coming to dances here at the Makeup Bigelow Center. And, it was really cool to get dropped off by your mom and you thought you were staying out late, which is only like 10 o'clock. But I never ever thought I would be working in recreation and parks. It just wasn't something that I saw for myself. I think it was just divine that I was here. I started a nonprofit in 2012, Feed the Streets. The previous director, William Gaddis, so I actually came to him to ask if I could use the building to do music programming. And he goes, "Why don't I just hire you?" I'm like, okay. So I actually started working here as a part-time office assistant in 2016. And I was doing that and teaching at a community college at the same time. I was doing both of those for about 2.5 years, but things kind of shifted and I had a small child at the time. And so I'm like, okay, God, I think that I need something different. I need something with benefits. And so I was just praying about that a lot. And this position came open and I felt like I was supposed to be here. I have that history of growing up in Alamance County, but as I was working here, I became more and more connected to the people in this community. I could relate to a lot of them because I was first generation college student. Being a single mom, I was connected to that community. I felt led to be here. And so everything just kind of fell into place. When new people come to North Park, I always share a little bit of the history too. During segregation, North Park was the part where Black people could come. And so that's where they learned to swim. We just had a pool renovation, which was a really big deal. So we just opened that a few weeks ago. When new people come to the community, I always want to share that history with them because I want to honor that history and at the same time move forward to the future. I think about my favorite event, which is MLK Day celebration, where it's like a cultural show. 2019, we had like 230 people attend. And I'm like, oh yes, that's good. So 2020, I want like, Lord, let's get 300. There were 530 people here. And it was beautiful just because it's a day where the community just all comes together and it's on a positive note. We're on one accord. Nobody's arguing and we're just celebrating. It's my favorite day. Every year I'm like, oh, this is the best one. And then the new year comes and I'm like, oh, nothing can beat this. And so I feel like each year it's getting better and better. Our year is like back to back, like boom, boom. If it's not basketball season, it's time for a dance company start. And then it's time for summer planning. And then, it's like back to back to back. So when March came and we had to close our doors, I was saying, well, Lord, thanks. Maybe I needed a break. But then after like 3 weeks of break, I started missing my families and our kids. And so I didn't think it would hit me like that personally. So, and I also feel like maybe, what is this, October, that I would have gotten used to it by now. Still not used to it. We are a family here. Like we look out for the kids here and we're just connected in that way. So we've been able to move some things online, like our Music Monday. We have playlists on Spotify, to try to keep families engaged. We tried to do some dance classes via Zoom. So it's been challenging to be disconnected from our families and still let them know that we're here as a resource. I see North Park, Makeup Bigelow specifically, as a hub for resources and for families, even food. And so being that we have been closed because of COVID, it's just kind of shifted all that. When I came into this role, I had 3 main goals. One, I wanted to connect communities, not just the community around North Park here, but different people together, like having conversations. I wanted to bridge the gap between generations. I want young people talking to old people and vice versa, right? Because we have a lot to learn from each other. And I also wanted to collaborate with local organizations. We've been able to do that through different initiatives. I'm excited about what is to come.